losing me and you. All these years of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live and what we say. It's Stampin' Up and it's our way.
Hi everyone, it's Pauline from Stamp with Pauline, and we are doing the Craft at Home kit. For this kit we are using the Nature's Prints. So in your kit you will have the stamp set, you will also have the dies as well, and I'm going to go through things that you need now for this card that we're going to make. So I'll just pop these out of the way for a sec. What you will need is the large leaf from the stamp. You will also need the little flower from it as well. And you'll also need the coordinating die for that as well. You'll need the two little dies that have the branches, and with that comes a piece of crushed curry cardstock, so you're going to need that. When we come to cutting it out, what we're going to do is just pop those down onto there and cut that out. You'll have a scrap piece of basic white that is for your flower to stamp and to cut out. You will need Starry Sky ink pad. If you don't have Starry Sky, just a nice deep blue will be okay to use on this. So what you'll have is your base card. This is your basic black base card. You will have two pieces of basic white. One is slightly larger than the other. You will also have a piece of Starry Sky and another piece of basic white, and you'll have a circle that I have already cut out from the Beautiful Shapes dies. So this is the circle. It actually just gives this really nice indentation on your on the image that you've cut out. You will need an embossing folder for this card as well. Any embossing folder will do, but I'm just using the Fern 3D embossing folder from the suite, as I got the suite. So let's get started. The very first, you will also need, a drop sheet as well, and we're going to stamp on this tiny piece of basic white first, and we're going to stamp the flower on here as well. So let's get started on that bit. So grab hold of your flower and just pop that down onto there. And then what we're going to need is a drop sheet. So let me just grab I like the little Stamparatus ones when I'm working on my desk. They're just a little bit easier to maneuver around. And I'm going to pop this piece of basic white on here. And then all I'm doing is just pop all of my other bits out of the way, ink up, and then stamp down. Then I'm just going to revert the image in the other direction, and then place the other one. So I have 3 of those going in that way. And what will happen now is this will get glued to here. All right, so I'm going to go and die cut out these pieces here. So I'm going to cut out my flower, and I'm going to cut out my 2 branches, leaves, whatever you want to call them. And the other thing I will also do is on the top one of the larger of the 2 basic whites that you have, not your base card, we're going to use our embossing folder for this piece. So just get my embossing folder out, and I'm going to run that through my Stampin' Cut machine as well. All right, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I'm back, and I'm just going to grab my adhesive as well. So take that away, pop out those. So I've got the two of those. Just get rid of my dies out of the way for a sec. And what we're going to do now is glue it all together. So I'm going to take my multi-purpose adhesive and gluing this down. This piece of cardstock is roughly around 2 inches, so just over 5 centimeters by 14 centimeters. And so my basic white is that, and I've just gone 2 1/4 inches, or about 5.5 centimeters to create that piece there. And then the layers on this piece. So what you're going to do is glue down the first layer, and I've just brought that in ever so slightly, just to give it a bit of a border on either side. So it's probably about 10 centimeters by 14.5, I guess. And then I'm going to glue down my embossing piece as well, and that's just cut ever so slightly smaller again. So that's a little under 9.5 centimeters by 14 centimeters. And then my top piece is going to go across here. So I'm going to glue down this piece. I'm just going to bring it down ever so slightly towards the bottom part of the card. Just want it a little bit, not directly in the center. And then to finish the card, I'm just going to grab some dimensionals, and I'm going to pop a dimensional behind my flower, and I'm going to take a mini dimensional behind this one, and I'm going to stick that down onto here. And then what I'm going to do is just pop these yellow stems, just brushing a little bit of adhesive. I'm just gently squeezing and using the tip of my brush so pop that down, and then taking the other one, just sweeping, brushing, because this glue does go a long way. So get in there. All right. And then I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals to the back side of my circle, like so. Just want to move it just down ever so slightly, just so that it's a little bit more centered on there, like so. And then from our previous craft at home kit, you still have some of these little gems left over, hopefully, and you just want to pop a few of those onto your card. Now if you want to, you can add some words to this as well. I'm going to leave this blank, all converted into a birthday card, but that's as simple as our card is going to get today. So a little bit of dimension. You can also add some more flowers if you like. You can bring these together. It's entirely up to you. I just wanted a little bit of yellow just to break up all that blue that's coming in there. A greeting. This is from the Go-To Greetings, and that's to make it into a birthday card. All I'm going to do is just pop a dimensional. I haven't included this in your kit because I want you to feel like you could add that yourself to your own card. You can make it whatever you like. And what I'm just going to do is just pop down a little bit of adhesive just to the back of my stem there, just to secure that. I've got a dimensional over here. And that is my card now done. Very simple one just for us to get started on, nothing too overcomplicated, but that is a really easy card for our first Craft at Home class. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
What we love, what we do makes a difference in me and you. All these years of inspiration.